this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is an April week 3 check-in and cash stuffing for April week 4. So let's go ahead and get started. And as soon as I said that, I realized my wallet is not here, so I'll just have to put that money to the side. So overall, a pretty good week. I think my husband and I, because we had such a social first couple of weeks of the month between my sister being in town and his friend being in town, we really were very tired this week, so we didn't do a lot, so that kind of helps on my budget. But on the other end, you know, I'm still digging out of a hole from the beginning of the month. So we'll start with groceries as usual. I actually finally did go to the grocery store and cook a couple meals. And so there was 2 expenses, Safeway for $7 and Walmart for $110. 7 plus 110, so $117 in groceries. So I will finally be removing money from my cash envelope because I have used all the money that I kept for online. So $257 is what I have left. Right? Yep. So plenty of money in groceries, which means I'm going to be eating out money out of groceries. So for eating out, saga continues. So we did $35 on hot bagel, and that was when my husband had a friend in town and I picked up breakfast. Cafe Rio for $24 and Panda Express for $30, and that's for my daughter and husband when we were over there helping. So that was $89. I had $35. So I am over $54. So that is going to have to come out of probably groceries. Okay, it looks really off. That's why I love erasable pens. So negative 54. Spending, I take the whole 50. I actually have $3 left in my wallet. I worked yesterday, and one of the girls that I was working with had to work until 8:30, and at noon, no, it was about 2, she realized she wanted to go eat, and Chipotle in the mall only took credit cards because their system was down, and she didn't have any cash. So I gave her $14 that was in my wallet and told her just I'll see her sometime and she can pay me back or whatever. So that left me with $3. And then for my mom, I didn't spend any money this week. Miscellaneous, I didn't spend, but obviously I'm probably going to end up pulling from that. Personal care, I did not spend anything. Entertainment was empty, so obviously I didn't spend anything. Gas, I do need to get gas today, but I did not get gas last week. Medicine, I spent $20. I ran to Walgreens and picked up 2 scripts for my daughter that were for my granddaughter. I had 10 left in there. I spent $20, so I'm over 10. And then household, I didn't have anything because I was already $6. So if I look at what I'm over for the month in those categories, 54 plus 10 plus 6, I'm over 70. And I have 100 miscellaneous. So I'm going to wait and see how this week turns out. If I have other money left in the category, if not, I'll take the $70 out of miscellaneous and just square out that fund and put that in my back to bank. Okay, so overall a pretty good week. Just check off these last little ones. I did have date night for 23 on Monday and 25 on Friday. I already took the $23 out of date night because that's when we went to the movie, so I just grabbed cash out of there. And so I just need to take the 25 out of date night. I also, in my sinking funds, did, again, major damage, but damage I knew about. So $400 for tax prep, $25 for date night, which we'll pull from the envelope. And then for my daughter's dog Liam, I ordered his food. I ordered 6 bags at a time, and that was $179. So I need to pull that out of my envelope as well. My general sinking funds is super low. I don't think it's been this low. I think I have $1,300 left in that account right now, which is not where I like that one to be, but it's gonna have to be. So just a quick note on my May budget. I have 2 May budgets set up. So at some point next week, I will film my May budget setup. I have scenario A and scenario B. So I won't know until May 1st which scenario it's going to be, but there will be a huge change in my budget. So put down in the comments what your guess is, what the change is going to be to May, like what would impact my budget, so that I had to have 2 budgets rolling. So I'd love to see what your guesses are, and then hopefully when I set up my May budget, you will find out what the answer is. So let's go ahead and take the money out where we need to. And just a quick peek at my transaction log. It is updated and color coded. So the highlighters match the check boxes, and that's how I keep it straight on which category I'm pulling for. So at the end of the day, the money is what the money is. It's a pot of money that I separate into categories, and the categories are more just for my own personal control, so that I'm not way overspending and say eating out, which I kind of have this month, and not, you know, using money that should be set aside for my mom or for medicine or things like that, and doing what I want to do. So, you know, I get a lot of comments or questions on, you know, how do you decide which category, and what do you do when you go over? And yes, the category is yes, you're going to go over, and yes, you have best intentions at the beginning of the month. But what I find with me personal, with my budgeting style and my spending style, is I need to give myself parameters in order to stick on budget. So if I'm not overspending as a total, I call that as a win. If I'm overspending in certain categories, then I need to reevaluate what I'm budgeting for those categories. So that's just my personal budgeting style. I've been budgeting this way since, gosh, 2008. And that's how we were able to get out of debt and get sinking funds rolling and savings accounts rolling, because I had to have control in certain budgets. So I still struggle with planner and stationery supplies, and I still struggle with eating out, because I love to eat out. I know it's not good for me. I know that it costs more money, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's just easier. So, okay, so let's go ahead and go back to here. So for eating out, $74 was still in my eating out. So I should have $257 in my grocery money, which means I need to take money out of here for the first time. So I had $300. So I need to take out $43. Of course. Okay, so let me take the money back out of, back to bank. I had thrown in some extra ones, so I need to take 7 out of here. Okay, 53. So yeah, so 7 goes back in here. Why did that not seem right? Minus 257, 300 minus 257 is 43. Okay, that's right. So 7 goes back into here. So 40, 60, 81, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that is correct. Just did not look correct to me. Okay, so eating out is a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to take what's left, which was 35, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so 35 was left. We're going to put that in back to bank and know that we are short. This 50 goes into my wallet. Household was empty. Mom, I didn't spend. Miscellaneous, I'm going to go ahead and pull the 70 out because there's just no way I'm going to recover, and I can always put it back out of another category if I need to. So I'm going to go ahead and take that miscellaneous out, so that squares up the eating out, the medicine, and the household. Personal care I did not spend. Entertainment is empty, and then this is all back to bank, but I do have more that I'm going to be adding to this. That part is done. And then in my Liam and Milo folder, I need to remove 179, which is basically going to wipe this out. I'm going to have to start over. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70. Why did I think I had 190? Oh, I just can't read my writing. So I have 170 in here. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70. Okay, so I still owe another $10 for that money. That was all out of here. And then for date night, I already took the first time we went out, which was 25 out because I used cash. And then last night I picked up pizza and salad and I used my card. So that's 25. So I have a big $17 left in date night for next week. Fantastic. Okay, so I am still $10 short from covering everything for the week. I'm going to take it out of miscellaneous. So that leaves me just 20 in miscellaneous, which I guess I could also classify that as unbudgeted as well, since I went over my budget, but I kind of put miscellaneous there as just a catch-all for overages, just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. I normally don't use it, but obviously this month I did. So just, you know, as a quick kind of thought process that I have, when I go over that much in my overall budget, two things are happening. One, I did not plan well, which I agree with, because with my sister being in town for 2 full weeks, knowing that we were going to be going out to lunch and to a play and things like that, because that's what we do when she's in town, I should have put so much more in entertainment. I should have put more in date night, because sometimes I pull date night out of entertainment, as well as when my husband told me a month ago that he had a friend coming into town. I should have planned that we were going to be eating out more or entertaining more, which I did not. So, you know, those are great budget lessons for me, because I learn every time I mess up like that, because, you know, it's not like I'm new to budgeting, and I'm surprised that we were going to spend more in categories that we normally don't spend as much in. So always a lesson learned for me to put a note on this budget to say, this is why I went over, and this is what I can do to avoid that for the next time. I've often thought that budgeting is a trial and error. You will have 15 budgets before you find one that works for you, and then that works for you for a while, and then you need to reinvent it because your life changes or your income changes or things like that happen, you need to be able to be super flexible with it. And that was something that was hard for me in the beginning because I didn't want to be flexible. I wanted to be like, this is the budget and we're going to stick to it. And that's just not life. So give yourself grace if you go over, and just reevaluate and then adjust for the next month. So in back to bank now, I have 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 700, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I started to have cash in here. I did put $20 in here, so that 20 I'll either pull back or just let it roll over. And that was so I had some tens, some ones and fives in here. So this goes back into my back to bank. This will be my start for cash stuffing for May. And if you're new to my channel, what I do is I have a cushion in my account. I roll over the back to bank into my next month's budget and just start with that and then take out the balance of the cash that I need. So it's just one less trip to the bank to put this back, but I could only start doing that once I had a cushion built up in my account. So I do try to keep between a $2,000 and $3,000 cushion in my checking account so that I don't have to worry about this going back and forth. So my average pull that I do for cash for my cash stuffing envelopes as well as my sinking funds that are in envelopes is about $1,600. So you can see why a $2,000 cushion is super important to me, because that way I can pull the cash out and I can use that cash, but it's basically the same $16,000 over and over again. So that cushion allows me to do that by not having to pull it back out and put it back in. So hope that makes sense. It's probably one of the, it's one of the questions or comments I had when I very first started seeing cash stuffing videos was like, why would you pull it out? Just to use your card, then to put it back. And it's just the discipline of spending the money, removing it from the envelope so that the envelope is, countable, but then the money is still in the account, so you pay your card and then you start back over again. So I hope that makes sense. Leave a comment down in the leave a comment down in the comment section on what you think the major change is going to be to my budget for May 1st. And hopefully it happens May 1st. If not, it will definitely happen by June 1st. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.